G'day have you all as well. I made some refunds on these speakers. Turned out quite well. I got the tuner off. They got sick of the tuner. I have to wait 30 seconds after I press the power button for the tuner to turn on. And these new capacitors, there, I got leaky caps. I've got this turntable cleaned up, looks nice with that mat on there. Complements it nicely. The new needle for that's still on its way. And ordered a new needle for this turntable. That's all on its way, that's all been converted nicely. Works good. So a new needle for that's on its way. I got the motor done. The motor's nice and quiet now, I fixed it. Doesn't make much noise at all. That's better. I carefully wiggled it and just the bottom bearing on the, it's a cheap Taiwanese Mabuchi motor, a budget model. But I've managed to repair it. It's got some oil in both the top and bottom bearings and pushed it down hard so the bearing sat in the bottom. A little sleeve brass bearing, the bush. I plugged it a couple of times and the motor just, yeah, it's runs smooth. I turned it by hand, I just played with it until I felt it turn really smooth. I put a bit more oil in it, that seems to have done the trick. I let it run for about an hour just like this. And that's working well now. Cleaned up the drivetrain, treated the belt with boiling water and cleaned it. That works alright, lubricated the spindle, it works nicely now. Considering, yeah, as I was saying before, considering the junk you buy nowadays, not a bad little turntable. Old Taiwanese one, you can still get the modern equivalent cartridge that bolts on there too, Audio Technica, which are JB Hi-Fi, so the Japanese one just bolts straight in. But I managed to find a replacement needle. It was actually slightly cheaper to order the same needle from America than it was to buy it in an Australian supplier. It was like $5 cheaper to buy it in America, so I just bought it over there. It's good to get the original anyway, still get the original needle. To buy the actual needle and cartridge from JB Hi-Fi, it's like $60. But I'll just cheap with a body needle for this anyway, so there's nothing wrong with the cartridge, I tested that. I've got another old needle off me old Sanyo, the old buggered needle. The cantilever and the tube of that fitted inside the cartridge, without the plastic bit, the old one of this one. And I got a crappy record and it picked up the signal fine, so not that the plate is very good, but as a test it worked nicely. I grabbed one of these rubber mats too the other day, cork mat. That complements the wood grain nicely. That looks quite good on there. It complements the old vintage wood grain. It's a very nice look that it gives. One more top tip, you pick up these TV rabbit ears, you take the ballon off the end of it. I've got another pair in here I'll show you. Always grab these rabbit ears, they are quite useful if you haven't got any spare TV sockets on your wall of your house. You take the ballon off your TV rabbit ears and that'll bolt onto the back, like there. They give you the option of putting rabbit ears on your boombox or tuner that has those connectors on the back. Or the second option, get one of these. I haven't got many of these, so I've only got this one. And that you can just plug that straight into your wall socket. TV rabbit ears are quite useful to make your hi-fi portable and still have good radio reception. It'll also go on a tuner off that, it'll also fit on here too. Goes on there, bolted on there, and I want to make a bracket to clip that on there like that. An adapter, and that will just clip on there. And that actually performs very nicely on that tuner. I'm just going to make some sort of a tube this goes into to reduce it down so I can clip it in the back of the stereo. Very handy. Always grab rabbit ears from the tip shop whenever I see them, because they're pretty handy for tuners like this. Just clamping in there. Anyway, basically this thing I'll just had to have left it on 24/7 whenever I use this thing. It'd be fine once it was powered up, or turn off and on straight away as soon as I press the button. But if I leave it off for a couple of days and come back and plug it in and turn it on, I'll press the power button, turn it on. I have to wait 30 seconds, up to a minute before it actually came on. So the latching circuit, there's a capacitor in it that's actually not holding its charge. That's what the symptom is, the problem is. So I'll give this thing a recap, and this thing will be reliable again. It works completely fine on that. It's just the latching circuit and the power supply there to turn this thing on. It just takes ages for it to come on. So it's a classic symptom of a leaky capacitor. So give this thing a bit of some TLC. Okay, viewers, all the capacitors tested fine. All the electrolytics anyway. There might be just something else that's doing it. I don't know why it's slow to respond. Could be a Teac level or something going bad. One of these capacitors, I don't know. It's most likely going to be in here though, just a standby part here. So it's weird. Anyway, put it back together. It's got to be one of those little tad capacitors, but they rarely go bad, so it must be something else that's causing it to slowly turn on. Could just be the logic I see or something, getting lazy, that's kind of weird. Anyway, viewers, I just reprogrammed it. Turn it on. Yeah, hard to say what the fault is. Anyway, I added a good auxiliary cord to the amplifier now, which goes to a spare input. The VCR TV will be an auxiliary input. I can only record off the radio. Basically, hook the output of the radio goes to the amplifier, then your tape. See, that will just go straight, feed through the tape, through to the tape deck. But only the input from the tuner goes to that. You have to plug something else into the tuner for it to record things on the cassette. I'm pretty sure it's how it works. Well, the last one anyway, the other system does that. I'm yet to try the actual auxiliary input. I should do a test. I'll override the cassette deck and put my finger on it with no tape just so I can see the signal will come up on here. I think I've already tried it though, when I had the CD going. Or the turntable, yeah, I couldn't get a signal. Normally I probably had the high speed on. If I turn the high speed dubbing on, it overrides the recording function. Because the high speed dubbing is intended to dub from tape to tape. It'd be pretty silly recording off the radio or any other source in high speed mode. I did try little experiments like that with a crappy dual cassette deck. Record the tape in high speed mode off the radio and play it back in high speed. It made no difference in the quality. Just a waste of tape. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching. G'day viewers, well let's make a little accidental, I actually didn't discover this. It's actually the power button. Sometimes when I press it, it comes on. Works alright now, but sometimes before I'll press it normally, yeah, it's working alright now. That's probably because I played with it a bunch of times. I just go like that a couple of times and it seems to have come good. Like that's turning on nicely now. Yeah, it's a bit slow there, see? See, it didn't turn off. I had to press it a couple of times for it to respond. Might have to clean that power button out with some deoxit. Looks like it's that bloody button. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.